the cheapest place I found is like 24-hour access, CCTV surveillance.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Bell. I'm the chairman of the BBC War and Peace Reporting. We have the great privilege of managing these important awards on behalf of the Schork Memorial Fund. And I have to say that I think we've got two really fantastic winners this evening, and we're going to hear a lot more about them a little bit later on. I'm also the chairman of the Financial Times, so I know a little bit about the challenges that are facing the media across the world today. And of course there is a lot of talk about a crisis in international news coverage. No one, it's said, cares very much anymore about the world. No one has budgets for foreign reporting. TV is all gloss and rubbish. And some newspapers have devoted a lot of time to someone called John Sargent. Not us actually, but just about everybody else. And a lot of this criticism was even before the global financial meltdown. But if we needed any proof at all that the actual situation is an awful lot more hopeful and an awful lot more complicated than that, we only have to look at tonight's winners. And I think we have a really special evening because we're honouring two journalists who have bucked the trend by practicing very serious, very brave, frontline reporting of the very highest calibre. And in doing so, we are very proud to memorialise Kurt Schork, a dear friend to many of you, and himself the very best of the breed. At IWPR, our role is to support local journalists. In fact, the reason I got into this was because my son-in-law, who works for The Economist and was The Economist correspondent in Moscow, said that whenever he went anywhere in the former Soviet Union, the people he trusted were the people who had been trained by IWPR. And I've heard that many times in many different parts of the world. And they are, I guess, in some ways, local journalists. But they're also journalists who speak truth to power in places where doing that can be very, very hazardous. So it's wonderful that these awards recognise the importance and the excellence of journalism right where it really matters, at the front line in a local environment where very often journalists don't have any of the protection that we have doing what we do and the way we do it. And I guess the evening is also special because through it we confirm and we extend the independent community of professionals who are dedicated to serious reporting. It's a wonderful community of freelancers, often small production teams, not-for-profits like DART, and of course Schork, or us, or many others, and social businesses such as this wonderful club and cafe. There are lots of overlapping relationships between us, and of course within this room, and it's our challenge to expand this network. And I find the energy and ingenuity of this community just fantastically inspiring. It isn't a second division or an alternative league. It's a dynamic and growing parallel media sphere, and it's enormously important for our world. Now, all of these groups are financially precarious. When Tony asked me to become the chair of IWPR, he told me two things which have proved to be not completely true. One was he said it would only take 3 days a year, and the second was that the finances were in great shape. So dealing with all of these groups, we are all financially precarious. So addressing that is a constant challenge which will, I'm sure, be with us forever. But we are also evolving as new ways to mobilize people and resources to the vital task of gathering news and bearing witness. So it's a tremendous honor, I think, to be able for us to come together to celebrate this shared mission.